today's video, I want to just catch up with y'all, talk to you about 2024, kind of review it, my take on things in the photography world, and just chill, hang out. I'm on a walk with Madam Pixel, and I will apologize, I forgot my mic system, Rode Wireless 2, and it's a little windy, very windy out here, so if the audio's terrible, my apologies. It looks really nice, and it is pretty nice. It's like 52 degrees, but it's really windy, and without the leaves, and you feel that wind. And so hopefully it doesn't come through too bad on the camera. I'm going to do my best to try to get rid of all the wind noise, but we'll see. So today I'm out with the X-T5 A7CR, and I'm going to talk about this whole setup in a different video because I think this is the best way to carry your camera gear, at least for me. My hands are free, but yet my camera gear is here, and then when I need something, I just grab it off my shoulder and keep going. And then the backpack I've been using might surprise a lot of you. Alright, so today I want to talk about the year in review in the photography world, especially in YouTube. You know, I've been watching YouTube videos for a long time, and I feel like this year has gotten a little bit more toxic, meaning there's a lot of people who are posing on YouTube, a lot of people who push products or their Lightroom packs and things like that, and the art of sharing photography tips, giving people, you know, tangible things they can do, or talking about like the experience with a camera is gone. Now, I'm not knocking any of the reviewers who are out there reviewing cameras, because you know there are a lot of really good channels. Gordon Lang is a great one, Ben Harvey is a really good one, Petapixel guys are a good one. There's a few others that are really good, and there's other people who are just entertaining, and I will always watch their content just because they're entertaining. Matt Granger is one of them. But I feel like there's a lot of channels, a lot of people who are reviewing cameras, but they're just taking you to like amazing locations, epic places, and like those aren't reviews, or those aren't, you know, they don't tell me anything. And also I feel like you don't see as many videos from people who actually own some of these cameras, right? When I was looking up information about the A7CR, I was looking for people who's owned it and who, you know, can talk to the experience after a month, 6 months, a year of using it, you know, or even the A7C2, because let's be honest, they're about the same camera. And that's something, at least for me, that I've wanted to do more of and will do more of, is like share my experience using these cameras. Talk about why I love the Ricoh GR3X and how I've used it and what it's good at and what it's not so good at. Spoiler, it's good at a lot of things. But, you know, I feel like we've lost that in the photography community, and it's a lot of, hey, look at this Leica Q3, look at the Leica Q3 43, and it's like, or this is my new daily driver, the Leica Q3 43. Cool, if you've got $6,500, but that's more of a flex than a review. And then also I feel like a lot of people, and I'm not naming names because I don't know them, but I get the feeling a lot of people aren't real when it comes to their camera gear. Meaning, they'll say like, "Oh, I picked up the Leica Q3. This is my new daily driver." And then 2 weeks later, I got rid of it because it wasn't exactly what I wanted. Did you get rid of it, or did you rent it? Right? You know, and I feel like we're missing that. I should also say the Leah and Raymond are great. There's a great channel too. And there's always this push for upgrading, getting the latest and greatest. As someone who bought the 2 really good cameras this year, the light on here was just really nice, and I'm actually gonna take a picture. There's some trees right here that the light's coming through. I want to get it before it goes away. I'm looking down because it's wet. It's been raining all day, all night, and again, your boy doesn't want to slip and twist an ankle. I still gotta go pick up my kid from driving school. But we're watching a video recently from First Man Photography, and he was talking about how he hadn't upgraded his personal camera for several years, and he wasn't in any rush to do so. And you know, he was using a pretty old camera by today's standards. I think it's still a DSLR, so it's not even mirrorless. And I was thinking, I know, just got these, but that is such a refreshing take on photography, because you don't see a lot of people saying that. And I do give myself credit. Before I got these cameras, I was using older gear for a while, and it was working fine. And I just felt like I have, you know, I outgrew that A7 II and just wanted something a little bit more updated and modern. And again, I'm happy with these choices. I think these are the 2 top photography focused cameras in their in the lineup, in their respective companies' lineup. So I'm happy with that. And again, for me, these cameras will be with me for at least the next decade. That's the goal. You know, hopefully I don't break anything, but that's the goal, to keep them for at least the next decade. And you don't see that on channels anymore. You see people who preach upgrade, latest and greatest. And I've always felt like it's hard to be objective about a camera when you've gotten gear for free from the manufacturer. This is an interesting situation. The tree in one of the storms this past, a few weeks ago, came across the trail. Alright, let's figure this out, Pates. This is one where I do not want to slip and fall. There we go. But yeah, this is that's insane. Pretty cool though. Feels like we're truly in the Pacific Northwest hiking. And then there's a clear marker right here. So for me this year, I knew it was going to be about upgrading. I knew I was going to upgrade a camera. I just didn't know which one, and then I picked these 2. And again, they're going to serve me for a very long time. Having said that, I realized when I'm watching these gear reviews on cameras I'm never going to buy, Leica Q3, Nikon ZF, Canon R5, R6, whatever it is, it's not helping me in any meaningful way. It's kind of like I'm just wasting my time doing that. And I don't know what the answer is. At least for me, it's stop watching those videos and trying to figure out other things, like working on a zine for myself, figuring out a photo project that I can work on for 2025. Like, those are things that I can do that will help me. Watching videos by Kyle McDougall or Matt Day, when they talk about the process of putting together a photo book or a zine. There's an amazing video by the photographer Andre Wagner in New York, where he gave you the behind the scenes look, very raw, of what it took to put together a gallery prints for his first solo exhibit at the Gordon Parks Foundation in New York. And that was awesome. I was like, that is insane. Like, you saw the raw emotion that it took to get there. And that's when I realized, like, there's levels to this photography thing. Some mud. There's levels to this photography thing. And it's not just about the gear. Like, he's using old Leica cameras, but also, you know, newer ones. But it's about the work that you do. It's about the time you put into it. It's about honing your vision. Make sure. Let's see, 7 or 25. We're gonna go 25. All right. For us hobbyist photographers, we got to figure out, what are we doing this stuff for? Who is it for? If it's for other people, if it's for YouTube, for Instagram, glass flicker, you fail. Because it's not about how many likes you get or how many people see your pictures. It's about, how do they make you feel? How does it make us feel? Like, for me, being out here, this is amazing. With a good buddy. It's about doing the things that make us happy and bring enjoyment and fulfillment to our photography journey, and blocking out all the other noise, right? Like, again, I'm not on Instagram. I use glass, but I couldn't be on Instagram right now because of all the toxicity around influencers and getting views and algorithms. I don't take pictures for the algorithm. I take pictures for me. But the other part is, I've got to get better at sharing my pictures. And I think a lot of us, a lot of you know who you guys are, need to get better at sharing your pictures. Whether it's building your own website, and even if it's just your friends and family who look at them, that's all that matters. Like, it's not about getting exposure to the greater world, but it's about people enjoying the work that you do, sharing it. Because, you know, at some point, we're all going to be pushing up daisies 6 feet under. And if these pictures are locked away on a hard drive, never to be seen, and at some point someone finds them, they're not going to understand the context of these pictures. They're not going to understand how hard it took to get this picture. Like, I was talking to another photographer this past summer, and I showed him a picture I took, and I showed the same picture to my wife. My wife is amazing, and she looked at it, she was like, "Oh, it's good, it's really cool." He looked at it and he was like, "How hard did you work for this picture?" Like, he knew right away, like, I worked my butt off to get this picture. And it was like, to have that understanding and to be able to have someone who can relate with me on that felt really good. So that's why when I talk about this photography community, which I'm going to do in between Christmas and New Year's, I should have some time to set up like a Discord. Every now and again she'll stop and just look at something. So I always make sure I look, because her eyesight and ears are better than mine, and I'm sitting here talking to you all. But as I was saying, I'm going to set up a Discord server in between that time, and this is going to be a place where we can all hang out, even if it's like 10 of us, 12 of us. It's better than not having anybody in your life who doesn't get you, in the photography sense. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. I gotta pick up picture. Look at this. That big tree fell over here. Looking back at 2025, I learned a lot. I upgraded my camera gear. I learned a lot about myself. I did a couple. I'm doing one 30-day challenge. I did another one back in October. That was awesome. I also learned, like, to block out a lot of the noise and a lot of the unnecessary fluff, and just focus on becoming a better photographer. And that doesn't mean I'm trying to become you know, an influencer on YouTube or anything like that. I shoot these videos and post these videos for fun. They're not great, you know, they're not always technically perfect. My video walking through the woods did not turn out well. So I learned my lesson on that one, but I will do more like that. And you know, just focus on what we can focus on, do what we can do. Let's create a community together, and you know, just let's go into 2025 on a positive note. All right, y'all, I'm signing off for this one. Thank you as always for watching this video. If you like listening to a middle-aged man ramble about photography gear, and the philosophy of photography, I'm your guy. If you like watching videos of cute dogs in amazing locations, again, I cannot believe I live here in Washington. This is unbelievable. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.